a lot of things happening in the AI market. You're not going to want to miss today's episode. We're going to take a closer look at OpenAI. We're going to look at Anthropic, AWS. We're going to look at Google, and also some price target increasing on Iren and Cifr, two kind of companies that are benefiting from this AI infrastructure. So much to cover. Let's get started.
I want to thank The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video, and check out fool.com/Jose for the 10 best stocks to buy now. With that link, you get a promotional offer for the subscription service. Now, let's continue with today's episode.
All right, first, let's just take a nice look here. NVIDIA up roughly 2% on the day, sitting at $181. So congratulations to any NVIDIA shareholder. Obviously, 2% doesn't seem like a lot, but for some of the OGs, a 2% movement is a big movement in the overall portfolio. Now, the first thing I want to kind of take a closer look at is this news from OpenAI. So Open today is introducing instant checkout in ChatGPT with Etsy and Shopify, and open sourcing the agentic commerce protocol that powers it, built with Stripe, so more merchants and developers can integrate agentic checkout. So pretty much what's happening here is there is a new way of shopping, and this is going to your chatbot like OpenAI, ChatGPT, and saying, look, I need this type of product. And they go out and look at Etsy and Shopify, and you can do all the purchasing through the application, through kind of ChatGPT. Now, this, in my opinion, everything that we're going to be seeing coming out in the next few minutes of the show, I think it's all possible because AI infrastructure is getting bigger and bigger, and we can see a lot more releases, right? Because when we start to get more compute, you're able to release new products to the consumer. So because of this partnership, we actually saw the president of Shopify's president kind of share his overall thoughts here. And it's just that the next era of commerce is coming with chatbots or AI solutions here like ChatGPT. Now, for OpenAI, I think this is very beneficial, as this is going to be a way for them to enter the advertisement market one way or another, right? It's not the direct competition. It's not like a direct ad at the moment, but they probably take some fee when you purchase via OpenAI, right? So it's another way for them to get more money outside of the subscription base. Now, you did have a lot of strong reactions on companies like Shopify, right? We can see Shopify was up roughly 6% today, and we also see Etsy was up roughly 15% on this news. Now, I can kind of see it, right? Not many people go to Etsy or Shopify, but you have 700 million users on, they mentioned, I think a week, I forget what was the time frame, weekly on OpenAI. And if they start purchasing, you're going to see some nice traffic going here into Etsy and Shopify. So I believe that this is a nice movement for both these stocks. I don't know if the actual movement that we're seeing is warranted, but I mean, Etsy right now is sitting at $7.4 billion. The thing I want to say is, I'm going to guess all the other players are going to meet something similar. It's all at a matter of time, right? When is eBay going to integrate something like this? When is Amazon going to integrate something like this? So I think other players are going to follow suit. Now, kind of looking back for long-term investors of the AI ecosystem, this is just another way of compute being used even more and more and more. And as more companies go out there and implement it as well, the compute needs is going to continue to grow and grow. So that's the first thing I have with OpenAI. Then OpenAI has actually been in a crazy release date. They've released so many things. They've released parental controls. They've released, what else have they released? Goals. This is actually pretty cool. So here, I think they're showcasing their new AI model of video. And they're integrating with other things, right? Some of the other ways you can kind of use GPT as well. But these models, I think, are a tease of their video. And again, it is crazy. It shows the innovation. Now, is it a coincidence that this is all starting to come out when we're seeing more infrastructure being built out on NVIDIA's Blackwell solution, which is great for inference, which is great for a lot of AI workloads? I think not. I think this is showcasing that as the world gets more compute, the world is also going to get more and more solutions. So that's pretty cool here. We're hopefully going to get a little bit more about this video model. I enjoy the video models, the imaging models from a lot of these players, and I think there's still a long way to go from here. Now, the other OpenAI has released a lot of other things. They even have kind of polls check out OpenAI's website to kind of see what's happening there. Now, within this, we also saw some reports coming out today that OpenAI is preparing to launch a social app for AI generated videos, something similar to maybe a TikTok. We don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to be powered by the next generation of video solutions that or Sora 2. Again, I think this is the preview tease of some of those videos, and I think they are insanely good from what we saw here. But if they open up an AI social app, it could be another way for them to, one, increase compute, to two, have some form of advertisement solution that can help them make more money to pay up for all this compute that they need. Now, the next thing I want to take a closer look at is Claude. So Claude is the AI model from Anthropic. Anthropic is one that uses a lot of Amazon AWS. They just announced Claude Sonnet 4.5. They mentioned that for various workloads, it's way better than GPT-5, right? For example, agentic coding, you can see that they're doing better performance for certain math competitions, for certain graduate level researching. Claude is a very great model. Now, this goes back to this AI race. Now that Claude 4.5 has come out, it's going to push XAI. It's going to push ChatGPT, OpenAI. It's going to push Gemini to release the next model because you don't want to lose customers, right? You don't want to say, oh, this model is better. Let me cancel my other subscription. I'm going to go to this. So it increases the competition, and all of them are going to be getting and buying more chips, doing more training to be able to beat the next model and model. So this AI race continues to grow, and we're still in early innings here. Now, a few things that I found interesting was Cloud Sonnet. Here we can see is really great in software engineering. What I thought was more impressive within their release date, they mentioned that they've observed maintaining focus for more than 30 hours on complex multi-task. This means there is an AI agentic software engineer running there for 30 hours, making sure running this AI code. The compute that would need is immense, intense, insanely a crazy number. So we still don't have these crazy coding agentic AI solutions. It seems like we're getting closer and closer. But one thing that is certain is if you are running some form of AI solution for 30 hours, you're gonna need a lot of compute. Now, the final thing is there are reports that Google is actually releasing Gemini 3.0 on sometime within the next few weeks. Again, goes back to that AI story. But all this is kind of giving the solutions that if you are an AI investor, the demand for compute is insane. Now, maybe this is why certain stocks are getting very popular right now. We can see Iren was up roughly 9% today. We also saw Cipher mining up roughly 10%. You saw out of other crypto players, right? We saw kind of Mara Holdings up about 16%. These are all crypto. We saw CleanSpark up roughly 14%. So these are a lot of crypto minings. I've done a video on actually all of these 2-3 months ago. Check out the videos like 15 AI stocks that could make you a millionaire, where I just brought, I didn't say which ones to buy or not, but I brought this awareness to all these different players that can benefit from this space. So if you are enjoying the episode so far, make sure to hit the thumbs up. But it's as more compute is needed, these PowerShell companies are definitely going to benefit dramatically. Now, here with some of these players, we can see Cipher right now. They did have some various price targets. Just on September 29th alone, Northland increased their price target from $7 to $14.50. We saw Rosenblatt increase their price target from $9 to $14. We see KBW increase their price target from 6.5 to 13. We see HC increase their price target from $7.50 to 17. Right? We saw, I think Iren also got some price target. Iren got a price target from 23 to 50. I'm going to guess a lot of these other crypto miners got the similar type of results, and we are seeing this kind of growth here in the PowerShell market. So for me, my biggest player in this place is obviously CoreWeave. I've talked about it various episodes. The stock was up roughly 2%, but I do believe this is still a multi-bagger sitting at a $60 billion market cap. I can see this being a $200 billion company. overall, the episode was meant to understand what is happening in the ecosystem, why companies like Shopify and Etsy were up, why companies like Cipher and Mara and all Iron were up as well, and kind of that top level overview that the AI market is still seeing massive compute needs. So take care, have a good day, and see you all next time.